AV department, cameraman Bill Albiston, Greg Bottala, Steve Corby, Scott Schubert. Audio by Scott Fisher, Darren Rosla, Sherry Colomb. Spotters Joe Tillman and Brent Sarkala. Director Mr. Joe Abbott. We'd like to welcome all our Cat 7 television viewers to the Esko Athletic Field, where tonight the Esko Eskimos meet the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels. I'm Scott Fisher, and my co-host Darren Rosla and spotter statistician Joe Tillman would like to welcome you all to the field, where we hope we have an exciting game.
Due to filming difficulties in the first half, you will only see the second half of the game.
And our Esko cheerleaders are Lisa Balin, Sherry Stokes, Tammy Rawl, Kelly Brood, and Vicki Erickson. And here's Joe Tillman with the halftime stats.
Okay. Esko has Tom Peterson, 9 carries for 15 yards. Stoyanov, 1 carry for 2 yards. Dylan, 1 carry for 3 yards. Lindstrom, 1 carry for 7 yards. Doug Peterson, 1 carry for 1 yard. We have 1 attempt and an interception. Moose Lake Willow River has 8 carries. Caesar with 21 yards. Dan Siski, 2 carries for 3 yards.
Grotowski,
12 carries for 43 yards. Walker, 9 carries for 16 yards, sacked twice. First downs, 3. Walker attempts, 4 attempts, 2 completions. Penalties, 1 penalty for 5 yards.
Okay, now, hey, I'd like to thank Sherry Colon. She is
I'd like to thank Sherry Colomb for doing the commentary on the Twirlers. Thank you. And now back to the game. This is Scott Fisher along with Darren Rosla. And we've got 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in halftime. So you still have a chance to run out to your refrigerator and grab something to eat.
Did you get it on video?
Yeah.
Got it on pause? Is it on pause?
Okay, this is number 73. Pat Walsh laying on the bench there. On the opening kickoff, he got in on the tackle and severely sprained his left ankle. Hope he recovers quickly for next week's game against Cromwell Floodwood. That'll be on Wednesday, and that's the final game of the season for the Eskimos. Second half is about to start. Number 75, Gary Youngberg, will be kicking off for the Moose Lake. Deep for the Eskimos is number 2, Joe Davidson, number 3, Tom Peterson, and number 40, Todd Rango.
75, Gary Youngberg. Check to receive. For 3, Tom Peterson. 2, Joe Davidson.
And the second half is underway on Glenbird's kick. Tries an onside kick and it goes out of bounds.
Recovered by Moose Lake.
Moose Lake.
Successful
Kick
onside.
recovered by Moose Lake.
Moose Lake does recover the onside kick. It's 1st and 10.
Moose Lake first down.
At about the 48-yard line of Eskimos. Successful onside kick by Youngberg. Excuse. 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line. Walker hands off to 40. Grotowski. Grotowski is stacked up.
By number 40.
Ready for the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard. Number 88 again in for the Scott Stoyanov in on the tackle for the Eskimos. Number 84 comes out. Mickey Clancy, number 88, replaces number 84, Joe Jungers.
Short gain in the play. Second long 9.
Jeff Walker again goes back, hands off to Grotowski. Grotowski's backed up. He hits. He goes through.
Run by Grotowski.
Number 72, Pat Bergraff in on the tackle. Grotowski gets 3 yards. It'll be
Third
and long 6. Scoreless game. 11-11 left in the 3rd quarter. Nobody has scored anything. Moose Lake has come close twice. Walker goes back to pass, pitches out to Grotowski. Grotowski is hit.
Short of the first down.
Does not get a first down. It's still about 4th and 7.
The end of 2 innings to play in Detroit. Detroit 4, San Diego nothing.
In the World Series, after 4. Detroit 4, San Diego nothing. Series is tied 1-1.
Like that.
Walker kicks it away. Taken by Joe Davidson. Nice block. He trips on the play and he's brought down.
Punt fielded it by Joe Davidson. First down. Eskimos on their own 20-yard line.
Peterson has the ball. He pushes through. He gets a gain of a 4, probably 4 yards. He's 2nd and 6.
Tackle by Grotowski. Gain of 5 yards on the play.
2nd and 5 on about the 30-yard line. 25-yard line, excuse me. Lindstrom hands off to
Run by Peterson.
Tom Peterson. He gets back up to the line of scrimmage.
James.
2nd and 5.
Tackle by number 71, Daryl Thompson.
3rd and 4, excuse me.
3rd and 4.
Eskimos taking a long time in the huddle, but now they're ready. Fifth Lindstrom calling out the verbals. Pitch out to Peterson. Peterson tries to get around the end. He does. Number 84.
Tackle by Peterson.
Jungers.
Joe Jungers on the tackle.
Tackle by Joe Jungers.
And they call out the flagman to measure. It's close to a first down.
I'll be back before
down.
Is a first down by the Eskimos. 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line.
That is Esko's only their second first down of the night. For Esko, they've been stopped pretty well by the Moose Lake defense.
Lindstrom goes back to pass. Long throw to it's just out of the reach, number 86. 85, Dan Belden.
Incomplete, intended for Belden. 2nd down.
There's Pat Walsh, injured kicker, sharing his support for his team. Lindstrom, it's 2nd and 10. Pass. Thrown to Joe Davidson. It is complete for a gain of about 3 yards.
Number 2, Joe Davidson.
4 yards, excuse me.
First completion of the night
5
for
yards of
Lindstrom.
play.
On 4 attempts?
3 attempts.
3 attempts. Excuse me. 7:10 left in the 3rd quarter. Still a scoreless game.
Third and 6.
Lindstrom again goes back to pass. Passed out to Davidson, just out of his reach, out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
Incomplete, bringing up 4th down.
4th and 6 for the Eskimos.
In the punt, number 1, Jeff Lindstrom. Back to receive, number 24, Scott Stanowski, and number 31.
Scott Danowski, number 31. Chip Bogelholm deep for the to receive the punt. Short punt, lands about the 49-yard line, rolls to about the 44-yard line, and is covered by Grant Haverhorst, number 67. 65. Rebels take over. 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. Walker hands off to Grotowski. Grotowski pushes through, gets about to the 45-yard line.
Grotowski.
Tackle made by
Gain of
Peter
1 yard.
Barney.
Tackle by Doug Peterson.
Be about 2nd and 8. On the 46-yard line, just past 45. Walker hands off to Brian Caesar. He pushes through, close to a 1st down. 1st down.
Tackle by Barney. 1st down.
Beat Barney on the tackle again.
40-yard line.
1st down on the 41-yard line of Esko. 5:30 left in the 3rd quarter. Walker off to Caesar. He goes out of bounds.
Caesar.
After a gain of about 3, it'll be 2nd and 7.
Tackle by Peterson.
Fog has been picking up, rolling in. Since the beginning of the game, it is getting more difficult to see, but it's still okay.
Second down, 6 yards to go.
Walker hands off to Grotowski. Grotowski carries. He's stopped by number 85.
Dan Belden.
Dan Belden. First down.
First down.
At about the 41-yard line. This drive started all the way back at the 44-yard line. The Rebels goes off
By number
to
44, Brian
Caesar again.
Tackled by Grant Havikhorst.
Grant Havikhorst for the Eskimos in on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 9. Short yardage gain.
Gain of 1 yard. 2nd and 9.
Number 70, Pat Day in to replace number 74, Jim Wentz for the Eskimos.
Pass.
Back for a pass. Number 80 intended for. Intercepted by number 85, Dan Belden. He's brought down.
Pass.
1 interception for each quarterback.
Intercepted. 35, Dan Belden.
Eskimos take over. 1st and
Will
10.
take over on their own 5-yard
On their own
line.
5-yard line. Very deep in their own territory. But again, a Moose Lake drive ends. Still a scoreless game. 3:20 left in the 3rd quarter. The fog is definitely rolling in quite a bit now. Number 64 in on the tackle.
By
That's
Peterson.
Jim Kaminsky. Tom Peterson, the carrier. It'll be 2nd down.
Tackled by number 64,
And
Jim
about
Kaminsky.
9-yard lines. 9 yards.
Ringo into the lineup.
Todd Rango into the lineup for the Eskimos. Lindstrom's ready again. Pitch out to Peterson. Lindstrom's blocking, but he's brought down by number
Ball carried
57,
by Peterson.
Bob Kaczynski. It'll be about 3rd and 4. I had about the
Tackled by Walker.
11-yard line.
3rd and 3.
Jeff Walker, the quarterback for the Rebels, tackle. Lindstrom again pitches out to Peterson. Peterson's brought down from behind by number 57,
Tackled for a loss.
Bob Kaczynski again. After a loss of about 2 yards, it'll be 4th and 5 at about the 10-yard line.
Younger.
Lindstrom will be
4th down.
punting again. Back deep is Scott Danelski and
Back to punt
Chip
for the Eskimos. Back
Fogelholm.
to receive.
They're standing about
24, Scott
the Eskimo 40-yard line, just inside it.
31, Chip Fogelholm.
Lindstrom's punt is away over toward Danelski. Danelski takes it on the 40-yard line. He goes into the 40-yard line. He's down to about the 35-yard line. Whole slew of blue jerseys in on the tackle. Number 68,
Back by Danelski.
Chris Bauer in among them.
On the Eskimos 30-yard line.
It was a 35-yard punt by
Tackled by Mark
Lindstrom.
Antonucci.
Mark Antonucci in on the tackle also.
57 seconds left in the 3rd quarter with the score still tied at 0-0.
Danelski had a 15-yard return on that play. Walker hands off to Caesar. Caesar is knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 5 yards.
Caesar.
Knocked out
It'll be
of
2nd and
bounds.
5.
Knocked out of bounds there by Tom Peterson.
Tom Peterson.
One halfback tackles another. 38 seconds left in the third quarter.
Gain of about 4 into play. Second down.
Number 30, Doug Peterson, comes out for the Eskimos. Walker hands off to Grotowski. Grotowski finds a hole, goes through, near first down.
Grotowski.
First down.
First down.
First and 10 at about the 25-yard line? No, about the 20-yard line. 29 seconds left and counting in the third quarter.
Peterson into the lineup.
Walker hands off.
By Grotowski.
Grotowski pushes through, gains a couple more.
Tackled by Havikhorst.
Grant Havikhorst on the tackle for the Eskimos. Gain of about 4 by Grotowski. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4 yards.
And that's the end of the third quarter. We'll come down to the other side.
The end of the third
And we've
quarter.
got 12 minutes left in this game. Score is 0-0, Rebels versus the Eskimos. When we get down to the other side, it'll be 2nd down and 6 yards. Ball's resting about the 16-yard line.
Fog is rolling in real heavy over the Moose Lake side of the field. Only thing you can see over there are the lights and the people down on the ground.
Walker hands off to Grotowski. Grotowski pushes through to the 5-yard line. He's dropped at about the 7-yard line.
Tackle made from behind by Doug Peterson.
Brought down by a whole host of Eskimos, but not until the first down.
Number 44, Rick Marchand in to replace Mark Antonucci. Number 42 for the Eskimos. It's 1st and 10. 1st and goal on about the 8-yard line.
First and goal on about the 8-yard line.
Walker hands off to Grotowski. Grotowski tries to get around the end, gets down into about the 3-yard line. Tackle made by number 3, Tom Peterson. First hit was made by number 2, Joe Davidson.
Grotowski tackled by Joe Davidson. Gain of about 4 yards.
It'll be 2nd and goal on about the 4-yard line. Number 42 and number 74 in for the Eskimos. Mark Antonucci and Jim Wentz.
Jungers into the Rebels lineup.
Jim Jungers, number 88, number 84 into the Rebels lineup. Walker hands off to Grotowski. Grotowski pushes through. He's tackled short of
By
the
Grotowski.
touchdown, maybe gain of maybe 1. Timeout by the Eskimos. 10:51 left in the game.
Last tackle was made by Berggraf.
It's 3rd and goal on the 3-yard line.
Stopping Grotowski before he
Third
scored
goal on
was
about
Pat
the 2-yard
Berggraf.
line.
Coach Bob Uso comes in to talk to the Rebels lineup, and, well, Coach Bob Peterson of the Eskimos comes in to talk over the defense. And thank you for that show of talent by the Eskimo cheerleaders. And as you can see, the fog is rolling in over there. Lights are the only thing that's illuminating anything. If they weren't there, you wouldn't see anybody. You can barely see the softball backstop over here at the Esko Athletic Field. And we're back at the game now. Jeff Walker lines up his Rebels, and they hands off to Grotowski. Grotowski is stopped, but it is a touchdown. It's the first score of the game. It's 6-0 at 10:39 left in the game. Number 40, David Grotowski, scores the first points of the game. Score is 6-0. Break this scoreless game. Kicking for the Rebels, number 75, Gary Youngbird. Holding for him is number 88, Mikey Clancy. Extra point is good. 7-0 Rebels. 10:38 left in the game. After making that extra point try, Gary Youngbird will again kick it off. Deep for the Eskimos, Tom Peterson, number 3. Also, number 40, Todd Rango, and number 2, Joe Davidson. Number 42, Mark Antonucci, also 85, Dan Belden, number 70, Pat Day.
Back to receive Joe Davidson. 40 Todd Ringo.
Here's Youngbird's kick. Number 85, Dan Belden, the exit and fumbles it, pitches back to Peterson. Peterson drops on it. Loss of about 5 yards in that lateral. Esko does recover. First and 10 on their own 28-yard line. 10:31 left in the game. Short kick almost caused another Moose Lake possession, which is what happened on the kickoff that started the second half. Lindstrom's ready. Peterson's deep. Rango in front of him. Handoff to Peterson. Peterson is dropped. Loss of maybe 1. Number 75 and number 57.
Gary Youngberg.
Gary Youngberg.
Number 80, Mike Milzart.
75.
And
Gary
57,
Youngberg.
Bob Kaczynski in on the tackle also. Also number 80, Mike Milzark. 9:54 left in the game. Eskimos trail 7-0.
I'll get him.
Lindstrom back to, no, Jeff Williams in. Back to Jamie Williams into pass out for the other quarterback, Jeff Lindstrom, but it's incomplete. 2 quarterbacks in the game now for the Eskimos. Jamie Williams, number 11, Jeff Lindstrom, number 1. Number 2, Joe Davidson also goes in. Also does number 85, Dan Belden. Lindstrom out of the game now. Quarterback is number 11, Jamie Williams. He's only a sophomore. He goes back to pass. Long throw out to number 42, Mark Antonucci. It's tipped. Number 11, the
Tim Jensen.
42, Mark Antonucci.
Jeff Walker.
Jeff Walker tips the ball. Almost intercepts it. 4th and 10 by the for the Eskimos on their own 39-yard line. Jeff Lindstrom will come in and punt her away. Deep for the Rebels is Chip Bolgahome. Only one man deep this time.
Jeff Lindstrom.
Jeff Lindstrom, low snap, punts it away anyway. Bolgahome takes it at about his own 40-yard line. He's tackled by number 85, Dan Belden.
Moose Lake takes over on their own.
Moose Lake takes over,
42
1st and 10 on their own 42-yard line. 9 minutes left in the game.
Tackled by Belden and Southerton.
play. Number 66 of the Eskimos. That's Hunter Wogan committed the foul. It will now be 1st and 5. Walker, hands off to Gertowski. Gertowski goes out, bounds after a gain of about 3. Belden, number 85, knocks him out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 2. Number 88 in for
2nd down and 2.
the Rebels. That's Mickey Clancy. And they're lining up now. Walker hands off to Grotowski. Grotowski pushes through, gets a 1st down. Goes down to about the 45-yard line of Esko. 1st and 10.
Habergorst injured.
Habergorst seems to have injured his right elbow on the play. He comes out. Walker goes back, hands off to Caesar. Caesar is dropped for a loss. It'll be 2nd and about 14.
Tackled by Pat Bergraff and Hunter Wong.
2 seniors from Esko. It'll be 2nd and
1 yard on
12. .7:36 left in this game. Rebels lead it 7-0. Walker hands off to Grotowski. Grotowski is smashed at the 45-yard line.
By Bergraff.
Pat Bergraff
And Hunter Wong.
and Hunter Wongan again on the tackle. No gain on the play.
2 Pat Bergraff.
3rd and 11.
3rd and 10.
Walker hands off to number 24, Scott Danelski. Danelski gets a great gain on the
Number 24.
play, gets down to the 29-yard line. 31-yard line, excuse me. It'll be 1st and 10 on the Eskimo 31-yard line for the Rebels. They seem to be wanting to add to their 7-0 lead. 6:36 left in the game. Walker hands off to Grotowski. Grotowski gets down to about the 26-yard line.
Tackled by number
Gain of about 5.
Peter Barney.
Peter Barney in on the tackle for the Eskimos. Number 42, Mark Ananuti comes out for the Eskimos. 84 in for the Rebels. That's Joe Jungers.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Hands off to Caesar. Caesar gets down to about the 25-yard line. Number 3, Tom Peterson, and number 1, Jeff Lindstrom tackle. 1st and 10 on about the 15-yard line. Walker hands off to Grotowski. Grotowski pushes through, gain of about 6. Gets down to about the 9-yard line.
Grotowski hammered right away by Pat Day and Scott Stoyanov.
It'll be 2nd and 5. at about just outside the 10-yard line. 65, Grant Hebgorst back into the game.
Hebgorst back into the Eskimos lineup.
Walker off to Grotowski again. He's hit from behind by number 70.
Tackled by Hunter Wangan.
Tackled by Hunter Wangan, but there's a flag on the play. It's against the Eskimos. Against number 70, Pat Day. Seems when he grabbed him from behind, he committed some foul. 4:47 left in the game. Rebels lead it 7-0, and they're on the 5-yard line.
First down. No. Second and
It'll be 2nd and 1.
Second and 1.
Face mask call against the Eskimos.
Face mask against Pat Day.
Second down. About 1 yard to go.
Walker taking a long time in the huddle, but here they come again. Walker keeps himself, pushes through. Touchdown by Jeff Walker.
Walker into the end zone.
Rush of about 5 yards. He dragged 2 Eskimo players the whole way. 4:28 left in the game. Rebels lead it 13-0.
Extra point attempt.
Number 75, Gary Youngbird in to try for the extra point. And it's blocked. Number 66, Hunter Wangan blocks it.
Burgraff to block the extra point.
Pat Burgraff and Pete Barney were right there too, but Hunter was the one who got his hands on it. Rebels missed the extra point, but they still lead. 13-0, 4:28 left in the game. Number 72.
Kickoff for the Rebels.
72, Pat Burgraff. Happy that his team blocked, but too bad that he missed it.
Hunter Wangan.
Peter.
Hunter and Pat get a break. Youngberg ready to kick. Deep is Todd Ringo. Nice kick. Todd Ringo will take it. He takes it about the 15-yard line, pushes through to the 30-yard line before he's knocked. Possible fumble on the play. Nope. 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Eskimos, you got 4:22 to score. Williams in as quarterback. He passes up to number 1, Jeff Lindstrom. Lindstrom gets close to a first down before he's knocked out of bounds.
By Scott Danelski.
Scott Danelski, number 24, knocks him out of bounds. Is a first down.
First down.
Third first down for the Eskimos tonight.
They're out to the 40-yard line. Williams again in as quarterback. Williams back to pass. Out to Lindstrom again. It's tipped, but he recovers on it.
Tackled again by Danelski.
Danelski again on the tackle, but Danelski tips it, and Lindstrom still comes up with it for a gain of 4 yards. It's 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Seems that quarterback to quarterback pass works. Williams fumbles it, falls on himself, picks it up and runs. Gets out to about the 45-yard line.
Covering advance by Williams. In about a yard.
Still second and 6. Third and 6. 2:43 left in the game. Williams back to pass. He's chased out of the pocket. He throws it up out to Joe Davidson. Joe Davidson bobbles the ball. Incomplete.
Intended for Joe Davidson.
4th and 6.
4th down.
Jamie Williams did a good job getting that ball away.
Timeout, Eskimos.
Timeout by the Eskimos. Coach Bob Peterson wants to talk it over. Coach Bob Yuso of the Rebels comes out to talk it over also with his defense. 2:15 left in the game. Rebels lead 13-0.
Since it's 4th down for the Eskimos, Coach Peterson must be discussing some kind of trick play or a sure play to get that first down.
They've got 6 yards to go.
Yeah.
Nice crowd here tonight, even though it's foggy. But with the lights we've got here, it illuminates it just fine. Seems we've got about 100 people over on the Moose Lake side. They're about an hour away from home. So I had to take the hour drive and get up here. Nice crowd. Williams back to pass. Passes it through to Davidson. Davidson goes right through his hands. Knocked out by Scott Danelski and number 12, Tim Jensen. Rebels take over. 1st and 10 on the Eskimo 44-yard line. Jeff Walker hands off to Caesar. Caesar
by number 44, Caesar.
By number 70, Pat Day. And number 42, Mark Antonucci. Number 34, Scott Stoynoff. Okay.
34, Scott Stoynoff. Gain of about 2 yards.
It'll be about 2nd and a long 7 for the Rebels. They're down to about the 42-yard line. Walker hands off to Gretel. No, Caesar. Caesar's dropped it about the 40-yard line, but number 66, Hunter Walken.
And Pat Burgraff.
Pat Burgraff, number 72. Teams up with him. Also, number 2, Joe Davidson. Gain of about a yard. It will be 3rd and 6. 1:14 left in the game. All the Rebels have to do is run out the time, and they have another victory. Depending on what the Sandstone Carleton game, Moose Lake could pull into 2nd place if Carleton wins. Caesar takes the ball again, struggles down to the 40-yard line. It'll be about 4th and 2.
By number 30, Doug Peterson.
Number 30, Doug Peterson in on the tackle. Also number 66, Hunter Wangan again. Eskimos call timeout. We've got 42 seconds left. It'll be 4th and 2.
Fourth down, about a yard to go.
Rebels lead it 13-0 on this foggy night. Walker lines up his Rebels, keeps it himself, struggles through, close to a first down.
Tackled by Habagor.
Grant Havocor in on the tackle, number 65.
Jim West.
Disappointed Eskimo or something like that.
And number 54, Ken Jurdy, and injured kicker Pat Walsh are two dejected Eskimos as they suffer their first loss since their win last Friday night, 26-0 over Barnum. It's not a loss yet. There's still 17 seconds left in the game. Rebels did get a first on the play. Walker just takes the ball and drops on it. 6 seconds left and counting. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the Rebels have won this game. Score was 13-0. The score was 13-0, and Eskimos suffered their first loss since a win last week against Barnum. And now we'd like to introduce our staff.
Get down farther.
Steve Corby, Greg Bottler, our spotters, Brent Sarkala, and Joe Tillman. This is Scott Fisher and Darren Russell signing off from the Esko Athletic Field, where the Moose Lake Willow River Rebels have defeated the Eskimos, score 13-0.
Okay, get on the camera. Get these guys in there. I'm not doing a very good job there, am I? You just take a shot of them. No, just leave it here. Can you get in on that?
I don't know. Very good.
We're going to do something to fell right through. Just stay there and on.
We have to do the stats.
Don't.
He's going to run the stats.
Look, you going to run the stats?
Well.
And tonight's statistics for the Eskimos. In their rushing game, they had Tom Peterson run 16 times for a total of only 28 yards. Scott Stoyanov 1 rush for 2 yards. Jeff Doran 1 rush for 3 yards. Jeff Lindstrom 1 rush for 7 yards. Doug Peterson 1 rush for a yard. And Jeff Williams 1 rush for a yard. Passing for the Eskimos, they had Jeff Lindstrom start the game, who threw 4 passes, completed 1 and had 1 intercepted. Then in the second half, they had either Jamie or Jeff Williams, I can't remember, attempt 5 passes, completing 2, both to Jeff Lindstrom. Eskimos had 3 first downs tonight and scored no points. The rushing game for Moose Lake Willow River, they had Caesar run 18 times for 61 yards. Stanelski run 3 times for 21 yards. Grotowski, their main running back, run about 39 times for 93 yards and a touchdown. And their quarterback, Jeff Walker, who rushed 9 times for 16 yards and was sacked twice. Passing for Moose Lake was Jeff Walker, who had 6 passes for 3 completions and 1 was intercepted. And scoring for Moose Lake Willow River was Grotowski on a 2-yard run and the quarterback Walker on a 6-yard run. And Youngberg had 1 extra point. Final score here in Esko was Moose Lake Willow River 13, Esko Eskimos nothing.
And we'll be back here next week where the Eskimos will face off against the Cromwell Floodwood team. And this is Scott Fisher, Darren Rosel signing off. Good night.